Activate negativity. I think it should be on negativity, not on our dating channels. You need to watch this because most of these dating channels and the dating guru, like I'm a dating guru and there's so many dating gurus out there. What they do is they never say what do you like to hear. This is gonna be a perfect video for a lot of my men out there who are like super angry toward girls. Like, like sometimes this some of the girls that I absolutely do not stand. And these are the girls I will avoid it under any circumstance, and I would recommend you to do the same. This is the girls I absolutely would suggest you to avoid it on your 20s, 30s, well 20s, 25 and up. You want to avoid it under any circumstance. If you do not avoid because you're so needy and you're desperate, you're gonna get only angry and your temperature is gonna go skyrocket high. I would not recommend you to do this thing. Here we go. The girls who are very all over the place, let me start from the priority. I don't care what's your watch time. I'm going to tell you the important one at the beginning. Is these girls who are not stable, okay? Girls who are temporary. Avoid these girls under any circumstance. These girls, they just live the moment, right? They're very live the moment. They never think about it later on. They never think. A lot of these girls, let me tell you how many means a lot of the girls, probably almost 85% of the society. Like that is very depressing. 85 to up will not. They're mostly living the moment. They don't even care about tomorrow. They don't even care like, okay, look, I need to keep him. I need to behave myself. It's not only about going to the bed. It's not about going on a date. It's about the future. I think he look great, or if he's not look great, if he's medium, at least he have his life together. I need that type of guy because it's very hard to find a guy like that. Like they don't even use the logic for that. So this type of girl who live the moment, live the time, and they don't have anything planned out for themselves, like avoid it under any cause, because these girls, not only that, they say multiple guys yes, and they spend the moment with multiple guys before you. Okay, avoid them. Okay, second one is a very important one. Number two is avoid these girls who are micro racist. This is the girls I do not stand, is the micro racist, the subconscious racist girl. All right, these girls that we have are so freaking racist. Let me tell you how racist they are. They are very racist. Okay, this girl, you think that they're gonna say, if you go approach, let's say you're a black guy, right? If you're a black man and you try to approach a girl from Hispanic, right? She gonna say, hey, you're not my type. You think she gonna say, you think she really mean that you're not my type? She's saying, she's basically racist, right? You will hear this girl, like when a girl say no, when a Chinese girl say no, when a brown girl say no to a lot of these men, they're mostly racist, and also a lot of them have a high ego, so don't always think, and the dating community never cover this thing because they always like to behave, they always like to want you to say the positive thing. And thanks to me, because I'm the main person who basically exposing this girl for like left and right. This girl, they're a bunch of fakes, right? So what they do is that they say, oh, you're not my type. They're basically racist. Okay, now a lot of them gonna say, a lot of numbers of women gonna say yes to the black men's, right? Black men's, white men's, and Hispanic girls, they're also very racist, because what they do is that they only want their own type. He have to speak Latino, okay, or he have to have some sort of Latino vibe. Otherwise, I don't want to get to deal with you. And if the Hispanic woman do want to pick a white man, a lot of them they just were looking for something temporary, or they saw Titanic, Jack and Rose, in a Titanic ship, so they want that, but they don't even think long term. Like, okay, I wish that, okay, fine, I want a guy like a Jack and Rose. Okay, maybe I can make him my husband in future. Not even that. They're just living the moment. So that's basically, I say that's number one, tip number one. Top of that is also a lot of micro racism. These are a bunch of racist girl. You want to avoid them. This never on your type. It's a lot of them will pick. A lot of the Chinese girl gonna pick a black guy. But black guys are actually black men are in a very a good position in this Hollywood and these trends and the relationship. In a Tinder, a lot of Colombian women want a black man. They want a tall, big, strong man. A lot of them are. But what about the Filipino men? What about the Middle Eastern men? What about these Nepali men, Philippines, Trinidad, Guyanese, Caribbean men? Anybody in the middle of black and white is always going to be a big problem, right? Avoid these girls who are basically micro races, and you can kind of tell them by just looking their ratchet face. You know what I mean? Next tip is this one. This is like the worst. Avoid these girls under any circumstance. And this one is these girls who don't like to do follow-up, which is also related to the previous tip, is that these girls, they want to live the moment and they only want now, right? Girls who don't want to follow up, even who got their life together, they wouldn't want to follow up. But then this one is a very 50-50 because, you know, there's two things, there's two sides. One thing is we men, we want somebody right now, right away, okay? We want somebody right now. Now, you will find that on Florida, but you will never gonna find that on New York. You know, it's super hard. It's very hard to find someone on New York. Now, in New York, you will find somebody as a tourist or maybe somebody who came from there to spend time. But then again, you're not gonna find them later on. So that's like the obvious, like, is ground zero, like over here. That's like a big no-no for New York. You know, you want somebody on the spot, and you also want that person because you had such a great time. You know, as a man, you're gonna give her the great time. You're gonna pay the tip. You're gonna pay all the bills. You know, you're gonna spend the great time. You know, you're an entertainer. You know, as a confident man, that what do you bring to the table, right? And she's also probably gonna sync with you. But then it makes sense to follow up. This girl will not follow up with you, so she's like another shittiest girl. Like this girl, they always look for the moment. They don't, it's like, okay, tomorrow, the moment they fall asleep, is the mood's gonna change. Doesn't matter if she got her pee or not, but then the mood's gonna change. So you know what, it's like a completely fake, you know, it's just living the moment. So situation like that, the best thing to do is that you want to think long term. Okay, there's so many time I hear this dating channels, there's so many vlog I hear that girls saying, hey, some guy told me something very racist, some guy told me, oh, your face look this, so you should do this. Like you hear girls getting treated bad, even like the prostitute industry, they get beaten up by guys and all this stuff, right? But you'll be surprised even from a simp point of view, simp guys, what they hear from the girls. They get beaten up by the girls. They get, you know, and it's a simp guy's fault too. It's not really girls' fault, but it's a simp guy's, the guy who let that happen. I actually blame them. The guys, even some of you guys' fault too. Is this also the guy's fault? This racist girl who say stuff, you'll be surprised at what they say to these guys. You're gonna be so surprised, and you'll be surprised what this type of man actually accept this type of thing. They don't even know how to talk back before she block you. Like you're supposed to say something, you know, and the guys actually stay quiet. So this is disgusting. It's a shame for those men too, because not many men make it at the top. You know, this is how you gonna get it like that. This is like a 60 to 70% problems is over here from this micro subconscious racism of these girls. And I wish there was a regulatory, like I said that multiple times, that it's time to regulate this dating industry. Is very important, because look, if we were to regulate, and only one way to regulate this thing is to put a chip inside the brain, because the thing is, this eventually gonna happen. It's going from watch to the glasses, and then from the glasses gonna go to the brain. Look, everything have a good side, bad side. This gonna be breaching to the privacy system basically. And this way, when the chip goes inside the brain, not the glasses, when the chip goes inside the brain, this is the only time we can figure out who's exactly believe on what. Because you could be dating a girl who's subconsciously extremely extremist. You don't know. She could be beautiful. She could be even ugly looking person, but have a very extreme belief. So this type of girls I do not stand. And you know, you need to be very good at it. Don't even give them a view, you know. So you have to be you as a man need to be very tactical with this, you know. This is the 60 to 70% problem starts from here, okay, from this racist girl. And the girl who don't do follow up, they're like another like a shit face. They have like nothing's going on. They only live the moment, you know. And if they do live the moment, you should follow up. This type of girls, you want to avoid it under any circumstance. This dating, all these dating channels, anybody you can think of on all this YouTuber, right? They always try to talk nice. Hey, this is how you get the woman, this is how you get that. But they never, a lot of people do search a lot of things, like even dark thing. They want to search like, yo, why these women's play a game? Why they one day yes and one day no? Like people search that. When you search this type of thing, you don't find the video that you're looking for. So this is like the perfect videos. So like a lot of the men and women is like, thank God he finally opened his mouth. Like, thank God, this is what we like to hear. Finally somebody opened his mouth. Like, thank you so much. So please definitely press the like and subscribe for this. Save this too, you know. If you're a type of guy who's getting so slow any attention by any woman, this is some of the top quick hack I can tell you. Start using your passport. You know that you've been hearing these trends. People been going to traveling to different countries to go get a girl or go get a wife. Do that. Have a wife on other country is in many time on the conservative country is even better. I know there's a cheating and all that stuff, like long distance is very hard to trust, but you know what, you actually have a girl over there and you travel over there multiple times. Make sure your salary is high, make sure you always make money, so you have a reason to travel there. You're gonna be very excited to go there, and a lot of businessmen travel to different countries all the time anyway, so use that as an advantage, right? And the second thing is, lower down your ego, lower down your expectation, and you know what, it's okay. Even though you have the highest skill, go with the Asian girl, Filipino girl, Thailand girl, go with these girls, okay? And you'll be surprised. Or even hit on a girl from the suburban locations, get those girls, you'll be surprised. It's the same body, better this, better everything, much more easy to approach. They're much more easily happyable. If you want a black girl, go to the Jamaican village or go to the African village to get this type of girl. Is much better. Life will be 20 times more simpler. Okay, so that's what all these advanced men, all the top skilled men end up doing. I'm like, you know what, this place is a shit face, we're gonna go to the other place. This is the final solution. This is the final decision before the cyberpunk. We are in the cyberpunk generations. Okay, so this is how you do this. I'm gonna make a part 1 and part 2 out of this video. But yeah, this is something you have to do immediately, basically. All right, over and out. Follow my dating channels. There's other dating channels I made previously. I made a video that why all these black men are hitting on killing black women, why there's a lot of TikTok videos, a lot of crime about boyfriend killing their girlfriends. I kind of want to know, what did the girlfriend really did? You should never be killing your girlfriend. You should be never killing your ex-wife or wife. But then what makes you kill these girls? That's also a very good question. Like, what is your thought? What she's not doing. Like, if she would have showed up, if she would have give you what you want, and if you wouldn't cheat him, and a man should not be cheating on woman too who's been active, and both parties should not be playing with people's mind. But what she have done after you guys are together for so long, it just does not make sense. If both parties would have said yes to everything, I know for sure, without even a research, life will be 20 times better. Okay, but if one person sometimes say yes, sometimes say no, sometimes say, and I know men does not do that so much. Men always like to say yes. If women say one day yes, one day no, even the ugliest woman do this thing. Ugliest, bad-looking woman do one day yes, one day no. There will be issues. So avoid doing all this thing. This is the only way to avoid. There's million videos. I don't want to explain, but look, this is the video for today. Over.